Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and to all the guinea pig lovers out there, welcome to Pounds Firearms. Today we're doing an accessory review, or look over, however you want to call it here. This is my range bag. Nothing special, figured I'd just talk about it. I think this is cheap online, one of those famous online stores there as a Father's Day gift. Yeah, it's pretty inexpensive, but hey, you know, it's working. It's doing its thing here. So yeah, we'll quickly just take a look on how I have it set up. If you guys have recommendations, definitely hook me up with some words of advice here. Before we get too far along here, let's go ahead and thank today's sponsor. Well, we don't have a sponsor, so I think we'll just leave it at that today. How about that? We'll leave it at that. No sponsors. Great. So yeah, so this is my range bag. It's got a center compartment. It's got front compartment or back, however you want to look at it. It's got MOLLE on the other side. Two big pockets. Some MOLLE on one side. Velcro. Two pockets on the outside. No Velcro on this side. Another zipper pouch here. So I don't know if we'll start on any specific. You know what? We'll just start here since we're here. So these two pockets, I keep my range suppressors. Depends on which suppressor I'm using for that day. Also have a optics cleaner if I need it. Kind of fell down there. But yeah, so this just happens to be the last two suppressors I used, 22 and a 5.7. I'll put a 5.56 in there, or a 308, or whatever suppressor I'm using, I put it out here. This pocket's kind of my maintenance pocket. So I never really use the inside Velcros here. Can't really see it here. I'm going to scoot it back a little bit. I just kind of plug those in there for now, but you can kind of adjust these as needed. Some little rubber band straps there. Yeah. I don't remember why I have a 30 round Glock mag in here. Do have my little sight tool. I do have some extra oil in case I ever need oil. Some CLP. A couple of different, these happen to be, should probably put them in the SIG stuff. I haven't been through this bag in a while. These are my SIG magazine extensions, depending on what size pistol it's going on. I do have just a generic laser light bore sight. All the adapters are in my little optics case here. Do have a G-code pistol holster. That way they're universal. Go look at my video here. I love the G-code holsters. I can use the one holster for every one of my magazines. So I just carry the one holster with me, and it doesn't matter which gun I shoot, whichever gun I shoot, it fits right in there. I mean, heck, I got the Glock mag here. There you go. Fully loaded mag, doesn't fall out. That's why I use G-code. All right, well, that's that side. Zip this guy back up here. Just keep rotating here. This side, it's one big pouch with a little Velcro. I have my suppressor mitt here. Suppressors tend to get hot, so that sits here. So I can help pull out suppressors. This side, don't have any patches. Maybe I'll put some on there. It does have some MOLLE on the sides. Another large pocket here. This is traditionally a magazine area here. It does have a little net webbing. So my last range session looks like I was using the FN 502. Yeah, so depending on which range session I go on, I'll put whatever mags I'm in there. So that's all this side really does. Just hold the magazines in there. Back side, just MOLLE. I think eventually I'm going to probably try to put some sort of IFAK or something in there. I don't know. We'll see. I probably should take some, even though I'm just down the street, because the shooting range is about 400 yards that way. All right, let's see what's in the main compartment here. We don't filter anything out here, Pounds Firearms videos. I have no idea what's in here. We're going to find out together here. You have some generic ear pros. These are electronic, so I can have normal conversations with people and still be safe. I do have a backup set. These are just real cheap, generic, just manual over the ear pros. Shooting gloves, Nothing special here. These are just mechanic works or mechanic wear, whatever they are. Shooting gloves, nothing too special. iPro. I'm not fancy. If anybody out there wants to send me some fancy stuff, feel free to do it. But right now it's yeah, cheapest I got. Nothing else in that. So I do have dividers in here. I don't know if you can see the dividers or not here. So EarPro, iPro gloves are on one side. We'll do the other side here. The other side, do you have a rangefinder? You know, I forgot why this one was in here. I think I was sighting my bow, and I threw it in here, and I was like, oh yeah, let's just mark off some sections there. So I got a couple sections of the range marked off on different sites or different distances. This guy, this is super cheap, real cheap, generic online toy here. This is a monocular. I don't know if I said that right the first time or not. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what brand this is. It was a super cheap guy. It does have a lens cover on the front and back. It does have a tripod mount on it. I think it's like a 12 times zoom, nothing too crazy. You can mount it to the tripod. Cinch it down there. Tripod, depending on how you want it to do it. It's got in the way. Tighten this guy up once it's straight. The legs, you know, it's a tripod. Nothing seriously fancy about this one here, but they do extend. So the use for this is, you know, sometimes I like to, one of my favorite hobbies, honestly, is take my guns and rifles and swap out optics. When we swap out optics, you have to spend time to zero them in. That's what I do. So it does come with an adapter plate for a cell phone. Put your cell phone in there. I won't show you the front just in case my screen goes off. But yeah, so basically it's already set up. Here, I'll cover that. Oh, maybe it's not set up for my phone. But yeah, so you put it in there. You put your camera out the hole. This goes in here. So now, instead of having to dig through there, you know, after you take a shot, dig through there, now you just have your phone sitting here looking at it for you. So you just look at the screen on your phone and you can see exactly what's going on downfield. Oh yeah, 12 power, 50, 12 by 50. Yeah, so kind of neat. Sits on there like this. You have your phone attached with your camera, however you want to mount your phone. And yeah, so now it sits in the shooting bench right next to us with the phone out, and I don't have to peek through there every time. I just look at the screen. Kind of cool. So what else do we have here? So that's that side compartment. Let's get this out of the way. Let's slide this over. Let's get this a little closer. This is my last range session, so 22s. I was shooting the FN 502. Oh, last range session, you saw my suppressors in there. So I was also shooting some Federal 5.7. We have a small toolkit, a little Husky guy. Seems to be perfect. Has a whole bunch of tiny little optics. I haven't had any problem, optics. A whole bunch of tiny little bits that works for most types of optics I'm trying to adjust. Do have a Caldwell mag catcher. Do another spacer for magazine. This traditionally sits on any rifle I put, you know, SCAR, AR, whatever. I do reload, so I catch as much brass as I can. Another optic tool. I think I already went over that spacer. Another tool, not an optic tool, but another tool. And what else we got in here? Oh, leftover parts. Oh, man, I've been looking for that magazine. This is an F&S. No, yeah, this is a 509 series, capped at 10 round because I am in Colorado. They don't make a 15 rounder, so capped at 15 rounder. But I do have an F&S mounting plate on it, and I do that because on my LS that I carry, the LS doesn't have the little notch like some of the other 509s do. So I put this base plate on so it's a flush fit. Works out great. Set that guy aside because I've been looking for that one. Cool. Well, that's all that's in here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure I'm missing a lot of stuff. I'm sure there's people out there that carry more or less. You know, one of my biggest regrets, and things, well, not really a regret, but something I'm going to work on here is I do want to get some sort of med pouch attached to this thing here. So even though I'm just, you know, 400 or 500 yards away from the house, you never know. Accidents can happen, unfortunately. So that'll be one of my next upgrades. And patches. Yeah, I need some patches. So if anybody out there, you guys want to send me a couple of patches, I have this much room for patches. You know what? Actually, technically, the other pocket there, I have I can do some pouches or some badges on the inside as well. Patches on the inside as well. So yeah, so if you're floating around, you got a couple extra patches, and don't throw them away. Send them to me. Yeah, guys, thanks for your time today. This is kind of a longer video. I didn't think it was going to take this long to go over accessories. But once again, I am your host, Pound. This is Pound's Firearms, signing off.